boys and girls. It's me, Mr. J, here to read my first of hopefully many more creepypastas. This first one's entitled Birthday Clown. It was my son's 5th birthday party. My wife and I knew it was an important birthday. Next year our little Mikey would be going to school. So this is the sort of end of an era celebration, however short. After a lot of debating, we decided on a clown for the entertainment. Of course I was against it. I was one of the many people who were actually afraid of clowns. As a kid, I used to tremble, shake, and I'd even start hyperventilating at the sight of one of them on television. But our son was different. He wasn't. And ever since Laura had bought him some sort of computer game starring a clown, he'd loved him. As a father, I knew what I had to do in order to make my little boy the happiest. And if it meant ordering a clown, by golly, I'd order him a clown. Besides, I was a grown-up now. They don't scare me anymore, or so I hoped. The kids were playing in the yard, stuffing their faces with cakes and snacks, enjoying the world in the innocent way only kids can. Laura and I waited for the clown in the living room. He was already 30 minutes late. But you can't expect clowns to be punctual. Finally, he arrived, though, carrying a large pink bag. He introduced himself as Bonko and sat on our couch. He really was your classic clown. White makeup, colorful puffy costume, big shoes, even a big red nose and an orange wig. He had the works. Laura asked if there was anything she could bring him, and he declined. He sat in our living room for something like 15 minutes, smoking and tapping his shoe on the floor. He seemed kind of nervous, and I could have sworn that I saw him drinking out of a flask. I asked him, "Is this your first time?" He chuckled, and without even looking at me said, "It always is." I didn't understand what he meant. After finishing his smoke, he put on a happy clown grin, grabbed his bag, and stood up. He gave me a tap on the back, and I thought it was possible that he had sensed my childhood fear and was trying to relax me. Bonko went outside and started the show. He was juggling, told jokes, sprayed water around, did some classic slapstick. It was hilarious. Even I had to admit it was good. And the kids were just as entertained. And now for the big finish, he declared. He took out 3 colorful boxes from his bag. They looked like birthday presents. "Pick one, birthday boy." Mikey thought to himself. He looked so cute, like he was pretending to be an adult. Lois snapped a picture or two, and he finally picked the middle one. Bonko sighed and grabbed it. "Oh boy, good choice," he said with a cartoony voice that I swore I could hear some sadness in there. Bonko opened the box and took out a knife. Laura and I were shocked, and before we could do anything, Bonto started cutting his own face. Bits of makeup-covered skin fell to the ground. The children were screaming. Our little Mickey was covered in the clown's blood and screaming in horror. I ran to stop Bonko, but he collapsed to the ground. The paramedics declared him dead later. I looked inside the other boxes. In one was a small rifle, and the other a can of lighter fluid and a box of matches. All the kids, including our little Mickey, had to go to therapy. We told the police, and they just looked to the floor, ignoring us. I decided that I couldn't let them blow this over. I tracked down the company that sent us the clown. It was situated in a small 2-story building. I expected a run-down, scary old place, but it was quite neat and modern. I marched into the manager's office, not letting anyone stop me. I looked around. In his office were blown-up pictures of clowns with their faces cut off, heads cut off, bullet holes in their foreheads, faces burnt off. It was terrible. And every picture had poor young children crying. The manager was a skinny little man in a tie. He looked to be in his late 40s and had big, bulging eyes. "Why are you doing this?" I yelled at him. He didn't answer. He just laughed in my face. Two big goons came from behind me and dragged me out. I will find somebody who will make you pay. I will not be silent. He smiled at me and motioned his goons to hold me in place. Do you love your family? He asked. Of course, I said. That's why I'm here. You made a mistake, sir, he said. Enjoy the rest of your life. It has been 43 days since then. I'm still very afraid. Well, boys and girls, that was the first creepypasta by yours truly. If you like this, please leave a like. If you hate this, please dislike it. And if there's a creepy clown pasta that you're just itching to hear me say in my Mark Hamill Joker knockoff voice, please put it down in the comments below. And until the next creepypasta, Mr. J out.